Hey guys, I've had a few folk asking me how I magnetise my model, so I'm going to do a quick video on just the way I do it. Now, I think with this sort of thing everybody has maybe their own method or the ways, but this is the ways I've found easiest so far. So I'll start with my Land Raider. This was the first model I magnetised. So you can see here I've actually got magnets in the side of the doors. Now these are, I believe, 10mm magnets. I get mine off eBay. That's neodymium, I believe it is, or rare earth magnets. These are the kind of magnets you want to be getting because they're very, very strong pull on them. Now obviously when you're attaching the magnets onto it, you want one on the opposite corner so it corresponds, so it'll snap into place. And on the other side of the tank you want it on the opposite side so you can still use the same door on both sides. As well, also make sure you get the polarities of the magnets correct, because if you put them on the wrong way it's just going to end up repelling it and you won't be able to stick the magnet or the door onto the tank and you'll have wasted your time. Again, make sure the polarities are the same on everything, and that way they'll fit anywhere you want them to go. Gives you more versatility as well, rather than just having one set of weapons stuck to one side of the vehicle. So that's that. I magnetised, as I showed before, the doors are magnetised in the corner. The sort of sponsons for the weapons magnetised in the same place so that they can also fit on. And it also means I can change whether I want them at the front of the tank, at the back of the tank, on the other side of the tank. There's just no ends to it. When it came to the weapons, I needed a smaller magnet. These are 5mm magnets, same type, neodymium magnets. Basically just whatever it is you want to magnetise, measure with a ruler how big it is, and that'll let you know what size of magnet you want. I have one at the top and one at the bottom. On these normally there's a bit of a plastic stock, so it'll fit through the holes on the sponson. I cut the plastic stock off and replaced it with the magnet instead. I also placed magnets in the bottom and the top of the sponson, so as the actual weapons will magnetise onto it, like so. Now again, make sure you get your polarities right, because there's nothing worse than trying to magnetise it into it and it bounces back out, which I managed the first time. When it comes to the wee sensors on top as well, the magnet in the top of it should be enough, rather than sticking a second magnet in just to hold a wee sensor down. It should be enough to give enough pull if you just put one magnet onto the sensor. You'll get enough pull from that for it to stick on top just nicely. So there is a finished weapon, and it magnetises onto the tank. Happy as Larry. Also, that can come out exact same with the flamers or flamestorm cannons, magnet in the top and bottom, and it sticks in quite nice. And again, this is the same for both of them. I'll fit in both of them pretty well, and they all magnetise in. When it came to doing the Storm Raven, now this is my own version, not the Games Workshop one. I came up with a different method for the doors. Actually, instead of trying to glue a big magnet on the side of the door was a bit of a hassle, trying to get it straight and everything. I used the 5mm magnets instead and put 2 in the top parts of the door, if you can see them. Creates a much neater finish. Now to do this you'll need a small drill bit. Again, if it's a 5mm magnet, use a 5mm drill bit, and you'll also see if you stick it on top, the magnet is just as thick as the drill. So you use that to drill a hole deep enough for the magnet to go into, 2 holes, and likewise corresponding on the doors. Now, because these are hurricane bolters, they can only really go on one way, so I didn't bother magnetising these yet either, seeing as I had a second set of sponson doors. So you can see the 2 magnets, and it will magnetise on. The only thing, however, these aren't, doing it this way isn't as strong as doing it the way I did with the Land Raider, but you could increase the strength by placing another 2 magnets on the bottom, so you've got 4 magnets holding it on. I definitely think this way is better. It's a lot less hassle. So the 2 doors fit on quite nicely, and it's strong enough to hold it on for a game. What I'm going to do is also put another magnet on the bottom so I can fit it back onto the Land Raider as well, like so. Also, for the bottom, I did the Storm Raven to have a sort of Apache style underslung machine gun, or assault cannons. This caused me a bit of a problem at first, but what I did do was, you can see here, that's just a metal plate, and from a can I cut a square off, stuck it in the inside. This, as you can probably see, is the front of a Land Raider, and on the bottom of the assault cannons there's a bit of plastic in there to just raise the magnet up, and a magnet stuck on top. Now that is more than plenty for it to sit nicely flush in the bottom, and it still gives it 360-degree movement. So that's that. So yeah, to cap it all off, find out how big the magnets you want. Usually 5-10mm is plenty for 40k. I use super glue, Games Workshop super glue, to glue them on. And remember your polarities of the magnets, and make sure they will actually magnetise once you place them in. Okay, hope this helps. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think. Right, cheers guys, see you later.